What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're talking travel rewards credit cards. Today's credit card is the Citi ThankYou Premier Card. First off, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so let's take a look at this credit card. Now, I've had this credit card in the past. I did get rid of it last year, but there are some ways that you can really redeem points here, but you do need to understand, and at the very end, I'll kind of explain my overall feelings about this card. But just because they allow you to get 3 times points and stuff like that doesn't mean that those points are always valuable and you're able to use them like any other card. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the end. So the annual fee is $95, and that is waived the first year, so that's pretty good. You can get the card and you kind of get a feel for it, and if you want to keep it after a year, then you can do that. Now, one thing that I notice on here that when I initially got the card, I got 50,000 bonus points after spending, I think it was like $3,000 within the first 3 months, and it looks like they're no longer offering that, which is a real negative. You know, bonuses are always nice, and if you have a card and you want to invest in this card, $95 a month or $95 a year, you want to get something out of it right up front. And in this situation, it looks like they took that promotion away. So that's pretty sad. So let's look at the earn possibilities here. Actually, let's move down a little bit and look at them here. So you'll get 3 times points. That's for travel, gas station, hotels, cruises, car rental. So it's pretty good. 3 times points is really a benefit there. Even parking, which is interesting. That's really good, because I can't tell you how many times I've gone somewhere. Let's say I go to LAX and I fly out of LAX. I leave my car there for 5 days, come back, and I have to pay that fee. At least I know I'm getting 3 times points. So that would be really a benefit there. Okay, you're going to get 2 times points. That's on dining and entertainment, so that's good. And you'll get 1 times points on everything else. So not bad. Pretty standard as far as the 1 times points and the 2 times points. 3 times points, that's really good for gas stations and things like that. Okay, so just moving on down, a lot of this other stuff is pretty standard, and I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out in more detail. Travel protection, this is pretty much standard for most credit cards, so they will offer this, so you're not really missing out. If you get another credit card, you still probably get those same perks. And there's one other thing I wanted to go over, the purchase protection. So that's good, and I talk about this pretty much anytime I see it. Most credit cards will offer this. You just need to read the fine print, but just having that extended warranty. So always think about, if you're making a large purchase, that if you want to have the cash. If you have the cash, use your credit card and then pay it off right away, and then you'll get an extended, in a lot of cases, if this is, let's say, a 1 year a warranty, then you get an extended year, so you'll get 2 years of warranty. So that's pretty good. Okay, so looking concierge, you got that, and let's see, additional cards here, you can get that. So the Apple Pay, so they have that same partnership. Now let me just kind of go over my overall feelings about the ThankYou points. So I had this card, like I said, got rid of it last year, so I had it. I got it 2 years ago. Got the 50,000 bonus points, and the points aren't as valuable as, let's say, comparing it to like a Chase Sapphire Preferred. Those points, they're not the same, and it's mainly because there are 2 things. But the travel portal, you can use the travel portal, but I didn't find the same deals that I was able to get with Chase Sapphire Preferred using their travel portal. So the ThankYou points to me weren't as valuable using the travel portal, as well as the transfer partners that they have. The transfer partners aren't as good as the transfer partners with the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Ultimate Rewards program. So just you need to know what you're getting into. So if you have all these points and you're thinking, oh, I'm getting 3 times points on this and 2 times points on that, and you're accumulating all these points, you need to make sure that the travel partners are travel partners that you want to utilize. For example, the ThankYou points, they really don't have like a strong U.S. carrier. They don't have United, they don't have American, they don't have Delta. So they don't have like a strong U.S. carrier. So you can still fly within the U.S., but you'll have to kind of work it around where you're transferring your points to, let's say, an airline that's Ethan or whatever airlines that they have as far as their travel partners, and then transfer them back into one of like the One World partners or the Star Alliance partners to get back to United. And it's a little, I'm getting a little too detailed. So this is, I'll save this for another video as far as how to transfer back from a foreign carrier to the US. But it's a lot of, you're going to have to do some extra work, basically is what I'm saying. And you might lose some value. For instance, I transferred my 50,000 points over to Virgin America. And when I made that transfer, I lost 25,000 points to make that transfer. Now, the reason that I did that is I transferred them over to Virgin America, and then I was able to transfer them over to Alaska Airlines. And when I transferred over to Alaska, I got a bonus. So it pretty much, I ended up losing maybe 2,000, 3,000 points out of the whole deal. But I was able to transfer it over to Alaska, and Alaska is a U.S. carrier, so I was able to utilize that, utilize the points that way. So you just need to be creative. And my honest opinion, without that 50,000 bonus points with this card, it really doesn't. To me, it's not a card that I would get. So let me know what you guys think. If you have the card and you like it, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.